This week we're anchored at Jacob's Well. I give my mate a bit of a hand to do a modification on a dinghy he's built, and then I take the boat further up the Broadwater to Hope Island where I keep the boat.
Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't.
Well, just anchored at Jacob's Well. I've got a mate that lives here. He's got his boat on a pontoon behind his house, but he built a little tender for his boat about 12 months ago, and he's just doing a few modifications, so I said I'd give him a bit of a hand to haul the dinghy out and help him with the mods. So let's go and do that.
This is a dinghy that Bruce built, and pretty good concept, I reckon. Stays on the back of his boat. Anchor locker up the front. Lots of fenders to keep it off the side of his boat. Another little locker down there, bit of spare fuel, I think. Life jackets in there, rod holders because he likes fishing, and a 15 horsepower outboard on the back, and I believe this back thwart is a fuel tank, or half it is.
The battery compartment this side and inbuilt fuel tank the other side.
Okay, so batteries on that side, built-in fuel tank on that side. Perfect. And what are we doing to it today, Bruce?
Modification number 46.
Okay, so this is modification 46. It involves turning the dinghy upside down, so I'm here to help. Okay, because it's got an inbuilt tank, first job is to siphon a bit out. This is where Bruce gets a mouthful of outboard fuel.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Well done, mate. So we're just siphoning the fuel out of the tank to make it lighter. Didn't show you all the grunting and swearing to get that off. Underwater profile.
Oh, okay. This is a Ripple tender. You can buy the plants from Ripple themselves. They're down in Newcastle somewhere. You've got to do a Google search on it. In the plans though, it doesn't come with this little little step arrangement. I put this step arrangement here, which I used also to mount the wheels on, and with the view of also giving it a bit more buoyancy, because I'm running a 15 horsepower outboard. That's a pretty heavy electric start Honda. That gave it just a little bit more buoyancy with that bit of extra waterline length. And I also added this little pod thing here to stop the spray coming up from the outboard. And what was happening is Ripple plans have a little rubber flap that comes out here, but I found it wasn't suitable. It still gave me too much spray. So I've had a couple of goes at this profile, which is much better, but the last time I did it, I added a little bit of a flip or flap thing there, but that's sending the bubbles down to the prop, and I'm getting cavitating when I get up to speed. So I'm going to hit this with the grinder and go through design number 4 and see if that stops my cavitation problem.
Right, let's get into it. Notice been to Stu's School of Health and Safety. Safety glasses, bare feet. This is called finger epoxy work.
Didn't worry about the brush or the roller. Had a little job, just wet her up and put it on.
So put one layer of what, 200 gram per square centimetre?
Actually it was 450.
450 by axle.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Virtually just to cover up the foam, seal it. You're solid as a house, Bruce.
Yep.
What we've got to do now is sand that back a little bit when it's dry and paint it. Now what we're attempting here is to use a plastic bag for a bit of peel ply.
This is a freezer bag, very fine plastic freezer bag that you buy in the shopping centre. If you don't have any peel ply, you're trying to do some repairs, you can use one of these.
The idea of peel ply is just to put it over the top of your laminate, and it sort of pushes all the air out of it, so you get a better lamination as well, and it'll be a lot cleaner when we pull it off. It'll be a lot fairer than leaving all the weave standing up.
Good enough for a couple of old geriatrics?
Yep, coffee time.
Another beautiful morning here at Jacob's Well. Dead calm night last night, perfect for sleeping, and a bit cool. I had to get the doona out last night and put it on the bed, so it is starting to cool down a bit. Last month of summer left. The motor you can hear running in the background is a 240 volt gen set. It's a little 6 kVA sea wasp, great little generator. How we do power on the boat, we run solar panels to get sun into the batteries and a wind generator, but we also back it up with a 240 volt generator. So that runs, I run that probably for about half an hour in the morning and half an hour at night, That heats up our hot water, it puts a bit of a charge in the batteries when it's running, and we can use it for any 240 volt appliances we need to use on the boat, so it works pretty well. A little bit noisy, but it doesn't run for very long. Day 2.
Let's see what happened. Look at that. That's under the tape.
Yeah. So the peel plies off. Now all we've got to do is sand it up and put a bit of paint on it. Finished job. We'll let that dry and put the motor back on this afternoon, take it out for a spin, see if it works. So good to go?
Good to go. Custom made yabby pump holder.
Look at that. It's a fishing machine, this boat.
Fishing machine.
Is that for spearing stingrays?
That's for spear and sharp things.
Anchor in.
Anchor.
Bruce built this boat. Yeah.
And very easy to make, but I made a fair few modifications to it to suit myself. But yeah, they just supply the whole kit all pre-cut, and you just glue it together. It's very, very well done. Expensive.
How much was the kit?
Oh, look, I couldn't tell you now.
Yeah,
It was quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
But
And it comes with all pre-cut panels.
comes with everything you need.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. All the glue, filler,
All right.
the tape, fiberglass. Just basically buy it and put it together.
Sounds good. Good little dinghy. We'll go and test it in a minute.
We're going to test it.
Better put the fuel line on.
Put the fuel line on.
Gotta love the electric start.
I'm going to be very visually disappointed if this doesn't work.
If this doesn't work, it'll be modification number 10.
Number 10.
What we're doing, what we're checking for now is when the boat's going flat out, it used to cavitate, so it used to suck air down around the prop, and we've adjusted that little deflector on the back so that hopefully that doesn't occur anymore. So let's give it a try.
Right out.
Bruce is a happy man. Outboard stays down and everything. Fantastic. Oh, I left my bloody thongs in it. Have you got a boat hook or something, or climb in?
It's fine.
A successful modification to the Ripple tender. So if you want to know more about it, don't ring me. If you want to know more about it, ring Ripple. Good little boat though. Well, just leaving Jacob's Well, just up anchored. Had a couple of days here. Did a bit of work on his dinghy that worked out really well. He was happy about that. And I just borrowed his car this morning and went and had a yearly checkup with the doc. It's all gone alright, so got to get some blood tests done on that, of course.
But now we've just up anchored and we're heading further down the Broadwater back to the Coomera River and Hope Island where I keep the boat. So it's the last little trip for this epic voyage up to Townsville and further and back home again. So looking forward to being tied up in the marina again. It'll be something a bit different. Probably won't be there for long, but it's a good place to keep the boat when I'm not on it. And we plan on doing a bit of travel in a camper van just down to Melbourne again. The general plan is, Wendy's got a really nice camper van and we're going to use that. I'm going to drive down the coast and I'm going to use my drone to fly over all the bars and take vision of all the bars on the coast. I've already got vision from last year when I took the boat down there, so I've got vision from the boat going in and out of these bars, and I just want to tie it together with some overhead shots. So we're going to drive down and do it easily, and then when we get back, it'll probably be cruising season again. We'll probably jump on the boat and head north, but that's all a bit in the future. But yeah, we've got a grandchild to have first and a bit of help with Wendy's daughter, and after that we'll do a bit of a road trip. Anyhow dudes, stay tuned, there'll be more to see. Okay, lunch underway. Really easy, I reckon, is the easiest lunch on the boat is a wrap. So I've just finished preparing this little number. Bit of corned beef we cooked the other night, some lettuce, some cheese, some avocado, and finish it off with a little bit of tomato and a bit of mayonnaise on the wrap itself. I'm on my own, so I'm ducking up and down, checking out what's going on at our course. The easy thing about the wrap is you just roll them up. You don't even need a plate. Okay, so that's dinner. Pretty easy, not much of a clean up. And I better go upstairs and make sure I'm not running into anything as well. Anyway, about halfway back to the marina now, so we're doing a right bit of tide. Going to pick us up in a minute and help us up the river.